Hi, I'm Rob Moss. I'm a professor of geotechnical and earthquake and risk engineering here at Cal Poly. And this short video is to talk about civil engineering's involvement in the emerging fields. This video is about wind in particular, and in the background you can see an artist rendition of what floating platforms are going to look like. Right now, off the Central Coast, there's a lease going out for a spot of ocean where there's going to be a build out of about 3 gigawatts of wind energy. So that's about 100 floating platforms. The actual design that these floating platforms are going to take and what this is going to look like is still to be determined because nobody's built floating platforms for wind in this deep of water. We've got about a kilometer of depth that goes from the sea surface down to the ocean floor. And the involvement of civil engineers will be, well, the structural engineers will be designing the masts and the floating platform. Geotechnical engineers will be designing the anchors that hold these platforms in place, and also detailing how the power comes from the turbine to onshore where it connects up to the grid. And then construction engineers will be heavily involved in how to get this thing assembled from the ports to the location and get it built. So civil engineering is going to be heavily involved in this from start to finish. And if you're interested, I encourage you to focus on your civil engineering degree because that'll position you well for what's going to look to be a decade or more of work coming for offshore wind energy and other offshore energies along the Pacific West Coast and other areas in the Pacific.